Take that as tonight's lesson, NHL. Nobody keeps the Vancouver Canucks out of the win column for 12 straight games. That's right, it's January 21st, 2026, and the Vancouver Canucks have finally won their first hockey game in the new year. They had lost so many games heading into the end of December. 6-3 loss against Philly, 4-3 shootout loss against Seattle, 3-2 OT versus Boston, 5-3 versus Buffalo, 5-1 Detroit, 5-0 Toronto, 6-3 Montreal, 2-1 Ottawa, 4-1 Columbus, 6-0 Edmonton, 4-3 Islanders, 4-3 Washington, but the Vancouver Canucks have the win. It is Vancouver's first win ever since the end of December. 3-2 against the Seattle Kraken on December 29th. It had almost been a full month since the last time the Vancouver Canucks won a hockey game. And here's the thing, I think the Canucks, they're so far down in the standings. They are at 39 points in 50 games played. They are still 7 points back of second last place, the St. Louis Blues. Because they are so far down there, I think any Canucks fan, whether you're Team Tank or Team Playoffs, although realistically I don't think Team Playoffs really exists anymore, any Canucks fan who is cheering for McKenna or Stenberg or whomever, we can appreciate and we can respect a win like this. The Washington Capitals have had struggles in away games. Yes, it is true. They are doing all right this season. They have 54 points in 51 games played, but they haven't really been too good on the road, 10, 11, and 3. And coming into today's game against Vancouver, that was already a metric they were struggling in. So Vancouver, fresh off the heels of Adam Foote calling out the veterans, decides to show off what their veterans can do. But it doesn't start out like that right away, because in the first period, you saw Vancouver go down 5-on-3 on the man advantage, and opening things up, making it 1-0 8 minutes into the game, was Dylan Strome. He gets Tom Wilson's dish and sends it in a wrister form. It's right there in the back of the net. Puck gets thrown onto the goal. It's a beautiful pass here. Wilson receives the puck on the right side of Lankinen, and then instead of backhanding it through the legs or whatever, he just sends it right back across to Strome. Beautiful play, but lackluster defense. Both Wilson and Strome are behind the D. Lankinen has to contest that by himself, and that's nearly impossible to do when you're just one dude. So Dylan Strome makes it 1-0, making it 2-0 just about a minute later was Justin Sourdif. Again, a play where the puck is loose and it's getting tossed around out in front. You can see Justin Sourdif right there on the doorstep. He's able to bury it despite the fact that 3 other Canucks are crowding the crease as well. I mean, you just watch the rush come in. Washington has some extended zone time. They play catch with it a little bit. Look at that long feed over to Dylan Strome, who immediately sends it back out across to Sourdif. It's a good play there. He kicks it towards Lankinen, and then on the second attempt puts it by Phil Hronek. So it was a 2-0 early lead for the Washington Capitals, and the Vancouver Canucks were having their chances at the same time. It's just the fact that there was a big 2-zip standing in front of you made it seem like a 12th loss in a row was going to happen. But then Brock Boeser strikes. And it's a beautiful play here, too. David Kampf is the guy who gets this going because he's in the corner there fighting with Rasmus Sandin for possession of the puck. He gets his stick in there, he lifts it, he steals it, he skates forward with it, and then he tosses it out in front for Boeser. It deflects off of the stick of Sandin, so it takes a weird bounce, but because it's going so slow, Boeser can readjust. He cuts across, he shoots, and it's a beautiful far side shot. Brock hasn't scored too many goals lately, but to see him get on the board and put this one in the basket obviously is a really, really nice sign. Brock getting that confidence back. We saw his interview after the game with Dan Murphy. He's feeling good. David Kampf has his 3rd assist on the year. And then just 5 minutes after that, some more veterans. It's Jake DeBrusk sending it to Evander Kane, tying things up 2-0. Off the draw, Vancouver is able to maintain possession, and Evander Kane at the TD sign, sweeps it, throws it towards the goal. It takes a hop, and it's in the back of the net there. Was kind of a weird play. There was some debate as to whom it was actually got the final touch on it, but really there was no deflection after. It's Evander Kane who picks it up down low. He comes back across and then throws it towards the goal. It was like, oh, did Petey get it? Did he get a stick on it or a leg or whatever? But no, it just went straight in off of Thompson. So it's a 2-2 game at the end of the first period. Vancouver has their mojo back, and 8 minutes into the second, you have David Kampf and Brock Boeser again, this time assisting on Drew O'Connor's 12th of the season. Who would have thought that Drew O'Connor would have had 12 goals on the year? But the puck battle happens down low in the corner there. You can see David Kampf. He then backhands it right into the wheelhouse of O'Connor, and he fires a shot right by Logan Thompson. It's a beautiful play. Thompson tries to settle the puck down. It takes a big hop. Boeser kicks it over. Kampf is there, and then the movement. Oh, look at that far side shot, and it goes right by Logan Thompson. Vancouver has the lead 3-2. And then just 3 minutes after that, it's a tip-in by Phil Hronek, again assisted by Jake DeBrusk and Tom Wilander as well, who gets his 11th on the season. Look at this rush, man. 2-on-1 rush. Hronek, he finds DeBrusk back out in front, and Hronek scores. It is a really nice play. Cross crease, you can see the smiles, you can see the joy. Vancouver, this Canucks team, they're passionate, they're prideful, they want to get these results. And a 4-2 lead in the second definitely puts them in a better spot to do that. Now, in the third period, Dylan Strome did get another goal, this time on the empty net. It was 6-on-4 for Washington, and Strome, right in front there, is able to bury a loose puck by Lankinen. Lankinen was complaining he thought he got interfered with, but really this was just pandemonium in front. I think any sort of contact, he's going to try to get the call to go his way, but Vancouver didn't challenge, and I think that was the right call. The Canucks' late-game heroics with the net empty on the other side was what sealed the deal here. Connor Garland, Teddy Bluger, David Kampf, Jake DeBrusk all swatting and getting that puck out of the Canucks zone, sending it back into the neutral zone. Marcus Pettersson tried to go for the empty net. It didn't work. He had a goal earlier this season against Tampa Bay on the empty net, but ultimately Marcus Pettersson just got to stay out there, block some shots, make sure that the Capitals don't get a late one, and that's exactly what happened here as Vancouver walks out of Rogers Arena with their first win since 2025. Brock Boeser got himself 2 points, so did Kampf, so did DeBrusk. Drew O'Connor and Evander Kane got the other goals. Meanwhile, on D, you've got Tom Wilander and Phil Hronek each with points. Kevin Lankinen gets a .906 save percentage and 29 saves on 32 shots against. For the Washington Capitals, my guy Dylan Strome with 3 points on the night. Justin Sourdif a goal and an assist. Ovechkin and Wilson each with assists, and John Carlson getting double apples as well. Logan Thompson, I don't think played too poorly. Like an .840 save percentage would indicate a not too great game, but a lot of these plays, I mean, they were tips in front, they were weird bounces. I'm not going to blame the goaltender on Washington's side. Kevin Lankinen, on the other hand, though, made some good saves. He was able to stop up 28 of Washington's shots there. So with that in mind, let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about the Canucks beating the Capitals for their first win in 2026? I hope you enjoyed this Frischer Scrolls 99, and bye.